Happy Bowtie Friday. I'm here with Adam. We got something really cool. So it's an SVG NFT that's a 40 that's going to be drank on Optimism. It's an OE40.
Yeah, this has been.
Go ahead.
We first talked about this like months ago, right? Like I feel like April.
I think I drew a Nifty ink or something of a 40. I think that's where it started, and we sent it to the Optimism crew. Okay, so just a quick preview. Let's see. We want to. I've already deployed it. I think I can mint one. So this is on localhost right now, but you should be able to. Oh, gotta get some funds from the faucet. This is on Scaffold ETH. So we're gonna share the repo. The goal here is to get you, the developer, to be able to deploy something on Optimism super quick, super cheap. It's so awesome. So at first, I just want to show this off on localhost real quick so you can see what we got. Sip, wrap, pour, and recycle. All right, it's an OE40. All right, let's mint another one. It's an SVG in the contract. Now watch this. After I hit sip, that's a transaction, and a little bit of OE comes out, right? Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Let me pour some out to Adam. We pour a little of this 40 out to Adam. There we go. Oh, I can pour. Oh, it stays in the UI. I can keep pouring. Nope. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Pour some out for Adam. I can wrap it up, keep it cool. Keep it cool. And then I can pass it on. Let's pass this. Oh, whoops. Let's pass this one off to Vitalik. I'm sure he loves OE40s. Oh man, here we go. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna show you how to build this system on mainnet Optimism in this call. So here we go. Hopefully it only takes us like 10 minutes. So the repo is here. I will post that in the notes, but basically you clone that thing down, get clone. You do the usual Scaffold ETH stuff. It's just another Scaffold ETH build. You yarn install, you yarn chain to start up your local chain, you yarn start to start up your front end, and you yarn deploy to deploy your contract, and that will get you this far. So now, next steps. We have, let's look at this smart contract and let's put it on mainnet Optimism, right? Because they have lowered the whitelist. That's kind of like what we're celebrating here. The whitelist is down. Anyone can deploy to Optimism now. And it's like mainnet. It's like real stuff. And it's fast and cheap and quick and awesome and settles to L1 Ethereum. So yeah, this is, I mean, this to me, this is like gorgeous what you've done here in the contract. Like I drew up a like shitty little 40 in Illustrator and sent it to Adam, and Adam was like, all right, we got the contract, here it is. And it's insane how you put this together, but it's pretty awesome. We did it in like 24 hours, right? We started this like yesterday or 2 days ago sometime.
Yeah, we decided to bring back the OE40s. Yeah, it's and I mean, this one is like, obviously Scaffold ETH people have been jamming on SVG NFTs for a little while. Like I think this one, like actually pulled this out of the Loogies contract. There's loads of the cool Loogie stuff going on Optimism as well. But it's the usual stuff. All the metadata is in the contract. So like
there's your metadata right there, right?
Yeah, pretty much what's going on here. So it's like the name of it. And then
name
we've got the public render thing, which I know is kind of fun. So that other contracts could call it to render token by ID as well. So like it's a pretty simple drawing. No disrespect, Austin, but it's like 9 lines or something, and basically
it's got to be to fit in the contract.
Yeah, like the contract for each NFT just keeps track of SIPs, the number of SIPs, and when you get 13 SIPs, you finish your OE. And so basically, this is just changing the waterline depending on the number of SIPs for the given NFT.
Smart contract auditor. What happens if you SIP after you've SIPed too many? Does it, let's see, require, SIPs per 40. There's a SIPs per 40 variable. Very nice. 13. It is hard coded at 13. Very nice. One thing you talked about there, so there's that metadata. One thing you talked about there is the public render function. This is something we discovered. You take a public render function and then you finally wrap it in SVG and have that generate your SVG. And the reason is someone can call this public render function and render your stuff inside of theirs. And we have Loogies, and then we have Loogie tanks, and we had the Loogies moving around in the Loogie tanks because the tank is an NFT that owns the other NFTs and can render the other NFTs inside its own render. So that's a whole nother thing that we'll get to. But let's say you pull down this repo, you tinker around with it locally, you have a few local host SIPs. Now you're ready to put this OE out on OE.
Yeah, I think
What do we do?
I-
We go hard hat, right? What? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think the one thing I'd jump into before we do that is it's just the other stuff going on is that we've
Okay.
also got Buzz. We've got Buzz in the
Oh yeah.
contract.
Oh
So-
yeah. Oh yeah. Is that in here too?
So
Okay.
so you can see there's a buzz.sol, which is pretty much a simple like ELC 20. So basically every time you take a sip, this basically hits the Buzz contract and mints 420 Buzz to your account. So you get increasingly buzzed as you sip your OE. If you pour one out for a friend, they get the Buzz instead of you. And so, like if you jump to the Buzz contract, you can see it's being called, just calling the mint function. Within the Buzz function, it basically has a set list of like minters. And so when we deploy, we can like look through the deploy thing. It keeps track of like minters, which are basically contracts that can mint Buzz. And so,
it's not even an only owner. I was thinking the old English would be the owner of this, but really you're the owner of it, and then you set Old English as the minter, and then it can mint these. Got it.
As one minter, but then if you had another
libation contract, it could also mint Buzz. Got it.
You'd also get
very
Buzz.
cool, very composable, very ethereal.
Well,
okay, so I was. Go ahead, so please.
Last thing was more just on the Buzz in the Buzz contract. The way of doing that, looking at the numbers, the hit and drunk on 11 and 10 and 11. This is just the thing which I'd always forget. Like for easy writing out numbers, you can put these.
Always the shout out. Yeah,
which just makes it more readable.
I think I've even tried that over in like some of my JavaScripts, and it's worked. It's worked some places and it doesn't work other places. But yes, this is very handy for Ethereum numbers when you've got times 10 to the 18. I was doing a video on like all the gotchas, and that was one of them. Okay. We have to be ready to deploy this thing. Let's ship this thing. Let's ship this thing to production optimism, right? So basically you can do a yarn deploy and then put the network in here, -network Rinkeby or something like that. But I'm doing this very, very, very slow and obvious and hard coded. So I'm just going to hard code optimism right in there. But I think that's it. I think basically I change localhost to optimism here. Oh, and we're going to need to generate an account. So I'll do a yarn generate, and we'll put this in the README. It'll be in the README as steps. So you'll just follow these steps. But there we go. We just generated a random account, and we can check that account by doing yarn account. I probably need to make this bigger here. And there is the account, and it doesn't have anything in it because we just generated it just now. Now I'm going to go grab my, nope, not Ethereum mainnet. We want optimism, right? Oh no, I don't have a selector for optimism. I know how to do this. I go to optimistic loogies.
I feel like if you
it forces me to optimism. Perfect. Okay, I'm on optimism.
I feel like MetaMask rearranged their networks recently.
Mainnet.optimism. It was in there. I just was missing it. It was there. Yeah, I was just having a hard time finding it. Okay, here we go. So sending to this guy, what, like 0.1? Ooh, that's probably too much, right? It's not going to cost that much to deploy this. 0.1, 0.01? No, 0.05. There we go. That's $187. Sending it on optimism. Watch how fast this goes. Confirm. Pending. And it should be sent by now. I think it's like basically MetaMask is slow. Yeah, okay, there. So we should have our funds. So we've got this hard coded to optimism. We've got a deployer account ready.
So I think the one
thing able to yarn deploy, right? What do you got? What am I doing wrong here? Something with the contract.
Yeah, so go to the 8-pack, which is the.
Yes, we need to set the limit, right?
Yeah, so go to in the 8-pack. It's a different contract. So I did this.
Got it. It's like a wrapper. Oh, you got it for 69. Should we do 420?
We could do 420. So things that are happening here. So 420 is the limit in terms of the number of them. 1,000. This is basically the curve. If you want to have them on a curve, 1,000 means it's just going to be flat price for all of them.
You could do like 1010, and that would be like a 1% gain on price with each purchase. Got it.
Yeah. And then that's the price per 40. And I think the thing we actually didn't show with the is the recycle is that when you recycle, you get your price back, which or rather you get your share of the ETH in the contract, which is kind of fun.
Yes. Okay. So is there a recycle button there? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I think you no, you didn't recycle one, so we could recycle one of the buzz, one of the.
Oh, it's got to be empty, right? So I'd have to
Go
sip
ahead.
all the way through it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Localhost transactions. Here we go. Here we go. Probably get some failed transactions there at the end. Yeah, a few. And then there's a recycle button. And let's see. We should be able to watch my balance. Oh, it's going to be hard to see. So it's going to 26,808. And then if I recycle this, oh, a recycled body of AOE. There we go. And I got my 0.001 back. Right. So the money that you pay comes back, stays in the contract and comes back if you recycle the glass back to us.
It's good
so
to
nice.
recycle.
So nice. It's
And also,
good.
like-
Take care of the environment. Take care of it, man.
And
let's
if any
move to
parent-
proof of
yeah.
stake. Am I right? Am I right?
And also, like if any benevolent person decides to send me to the contract, which they could, then that would increase the value.
So
the
it's
recycle value.
set up. It's set up so it looks at, yeah. So this is playing off of our retroactive public goods funding starter kit NFT, which is a mouthful, but it basically, you can YOLO money to the contract, and money YOLO to the contract basically pays out people who recycle, basically. But like we were thinking, it's just like a fun play on things. Basically, you get your money back, but if someone wants to like incentivize folks that bought the 40s, you can YOLO money into the contract, and then all of a sudden those 40s are redeemable for a larger amount, and the price floor in things like OpenSea will artificially inflate because of that. But we're on Optimism. There's no optimistic OpenSea yet, so we're in the Wild West here, just drinking 40s by ourselves without a marketplace. But let's get this thing deployed. Let's fire this off. Yes, we can recycle too, for sure. Here we go. Hard hat, Optimism, save. Is it yarn deploy? Am I ready? We set it to 420 as the limit. No price curve.
Yeah.
Price curve would be weird because you would get back the return. If you change this price curve, you're going to want to tinker with the recycling. Okay, here we go. Yarn deploy to mainnet Optimism from a random account that was not whitelisted. Please work first try. Let's see what happens. Compiling, deploying buzz to Optimism, mainnet Optimism. It's deployed, deploying 8-pack. Here it goes. Here it goes. Boop, 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 ba-doo, boop, 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 ba-doo. Wow, 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 wow. you didn't think I could dance all the way through the mainnet deployment, and it's done. Okay, so technically our contracts are there. They're on Optimism, and anyone who wants to use a decentralized smart contract can go work on them. And there is a block explorer for Optimism, technically, right?
Yeah, do you want to verify these? So I don't know actually. So if you go to the hard hat, I actually don't know if it's been brought up to the top level. So yeah, sorry, as on your terminal.
Wait, what do I need to do?
So if you go to the CD packages hard hat, I don't know if it's been
I
brought.
see.
This is the Etherscan verify. This guy, yeah. So now if you go yarn, if you just go yarn and then
inside of hard hat, this is some weird shit. I've never done this before. Okay,
so
here we go.
If you just go Etherscan -verify, which
I think we changed that to verify, didn't we?
I don't know if
this is,
but
this is an old Atom method. Is this gonna work? We don't get the ASCII at the top though. When you manually deploy it, you could throw some buzz in there and have some bubbles floating around in ASCII. Okay. We'll just, oh, isn't that nice though? No, like how many optimizer runs and all of that stuff. It should totally let you like grab a text file for your ASCII and put it at the top of this as it does the automatic verification. So someone do that. Someone PR that in. I will pay $500. I don't, whatever that. Oh,
okay.
Hopefully we're not. Maybe we're hitting it too hard.
What network are you on? You're on.
I'll send it again just in case it was like a rate limit thing. Okay, so we've got once you have the contracts deployed, you could go look at them at is there on Optimism? Yes, there is. You could go look at them on Optimistic Etherscan. Like if we grab 8-pack here and we put it in, we should see the contract, and it's not getting verified. But let's see if is Buzz. We'll figure it out. We're on the fly here. We're trying to, yeah. So this one did get, here is the Buzz token, and it is verified on Optimistic Ethereum. Okay, so that's half of it, right? You've got your smart contract deployed. The other side of Scaffold ETH is getting the front end deployed, right? So if we go to the React app and we go to app.jsx, at the top, there's this target network. So it's been changed around a little bit. There's a target network here that's using selected network, and we have this network selector that we're tinkering with on master that I don't love, but we have this target network string. And so look for this in this particular version. You're looking for target network. We're going to change localhost to Optimism, I hope. And just by hitting save there, hopefully our front end will reload with, there we go. Now we're on Optimism. Okay. I think this is ready to go. I'm going to start the Yarn build now, right? And that's going to build a static version of my website that I can then upload to some like Surge or some website. But we should be able to actually at least mint one of these things, right? I should be able to mint one on Optimism with my MetaMask. Yes, it's working. Yes, it's going to cost us like $3.77 right now, 76 cents. And gas is super cheap. What is that? What is that, like 50 cents?
Yeah, something like that.
No, about how, let's see, about like $2, right? 0.0, I think that's like $2 right now, or $1.50 or something. It's not much.
No, less than that, because the thing, the OE is only like $4, right? And that's like nothing.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this is a third zero. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a, yep. It's very cheap. It's cheap. Yes. And then the gas is even cheaper. This is the layer 1 fee that I think the Optimism is like putting towards public goods in a way, right? Aren't they collecting fees and then putting them toward public goods, which is like a whole different, like, woo, that gets me excited. But here are our fees. Our gas is super cheap. Watch how quick this goes. I hit mint and I mint a 40. Fantastic. On mainnet Optimism. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. All right, the first sip. I'm gonna take a sip. No. I can't do it. I can't take the first sip. I've got to pour the first one out. Should it go to Vitalik? Who like Carl, some Optimism person, Kelvin? I don't even know. I don't even know. Jing Lang. I wish I knew all of you guys. If I knew all of Ben, if I knew all the Optimism teams, I'm just going to pour one out for Vitalik. I don't think he will appreciate malt liquor very much. I don't think he's in, but I'm going to pour one out for Vitalik for our first one. Let's see if this works. Here we go. And technically he should get a little buzz from this, right? So Vitalik, wherever you are out in the world, you're gonna get a little buzz. Yeah.
You can check the activity tab.
We'll talk to the Optimism team about the events. Maybe we're doing something wrong. Maybe there's something about the network that we need to know, but we're not able to say, give me all the events starting at block 1 and actually get events back. So there's something wrong there for sure. All right. Hearts. Happy Bowtie Friday. Who should I let's see. Let's wrap this bad boy up and keep it. Oh wait, what did I do? Yeah, gotta keep it cool. Keep this 40 cool. Oh, very nice. Yes. So cheers to the Optimism team. Fantastic work. This OE is delicious when I sip it. And I will I'll pass it. I'll take a sip here and then I'll pass it to you, Adam. And it won't show up. Actually, it might show up, right? But probably not. I'm going to pass it to you and you can have a sip also. All right. Hearts. Happy Bowtie Friday. We tried OE 40s. We got hung up by events on Optimism, which we'll have to go figure out next. All right. See you guys later.